Hello, back in the Bluestacks today, so thanks for coming along and joining me. The walk I'm doing today is up a small hill on the edge of the Bluestacks called Altnapaste. I'm not even going to try and attempt to pronounce the Irish version of it, but I do love the name. The name means the Valley of the Serpent or Monster. So hopefully the serpent and the monster are well gone today, but it's as you can see, hopefully looking around me, it's a fairly bright Sunday afternoon. It's just at the end of November, sorry now, 3/4 of the way through the month, and I guess what you get at this time of the year when you get the dry bright days is you also get the cold days. But we've been very lucky here in Ireland this last, I suppose, 6 weeks or so. It's been very, very mild for the time of the year. Although it's officially now winter, it hasn't really felt like that at all. This is the first day I've been outside really that's felt cold. It's quite a strong blustery wind, and it's quite a cutting wind as well. I brought Rosie with me today. See how she gets on. It's the first time I've had her up in the hills for quite a while. But the total walk's about 5 or 6 kilometres, so she should be able to cope with that okay. See how those old legs is very excited now, so it's just good. The first part of this walk is farmer's track. Follow this for about a kilometre or so, and then head off track. So I'll try and show you some of the sights along the way, and hopefully you enjoy the video today. So thanks for joining me again, and hopefully you enjoy what you see today. Talk to you soon. Oh, tough going that last bit. Since I've left the forest track, it's been pretty rough ground the whole way. It's a mixture of grazed sheep grassland, but mostly quite deep heather. The ground underneath's been pretty good. It's not too damp. It's a little bit squishy, but you're getting good purchase for the feet and everything, so it's not too bad. It is heavy going though, tramping through the heather, and it is pretty steep as well. But I'm about halfway up now. The sun's just come out, and I'm actually out of the wind now, so it means that it's quite warm. I'm overdressed for what it is now. But to be honest, I can't be arsed taking the bag off to take the coat off, because I know in a couple of 100 metres I'm going to have to reverse the whole process. Because I think once I get back up to the top of this next steeper bit, that I'm going to be back in the wind again. I think this is just a little sheltered spot in between the two bits of the hill. I've met up with a fence line here, and according to Mountain Views, the navigation from here is pretty easy. I just need to follow this fence line. It goes most of the way, if not the whole way, right up to the top. Views are fantastic, absolutely phenomenal. You can probably see behind me A really, really good view of the Bluestacks. And I've tried to take some footage of coming up as well. Stopped a few times and turned around because, like a lot of these hills, what you see in front of you is just your feet and the hill and the grass and the heather. And the bit behind you is actually the best of the views. So I've tried to stop a few times and take some footage and just enjoy the views. Hopefully by the time I get to the top, it'll still be sunny and I'll get a great view in all directions, and then I'll be able to enjoy the view, proper view then, on my way back down again. So anyway, that's enough standing here yammering and taking an excuse for a breather. Rosie's getting upset that I'm stopped for so long. You can probably hear her whining there in the background. So onwards and upwards.
Well, that was definitely worth all the slogging. Just off the summit here at the moment, on my way back down again. It was way too cold and way too windy to stay on top of the hill. I could really feel my temperature plummeting, and it was getting quite uncomfortable. Plus, I thought there was going to be a wee shower of rain, a few spots of water, but nothing too much. Then they end up. But no, definitely worth the climb up. It's a cracking hill. It's not easy. There's quite a pull on the legs. You're coming up through the heather, up through the steep sections, but it's not that long. The hill's only 350 odd meters tall. I'll stick a proper official height up on the screen somewhere soon. But it's definitely more than worth it. The views are just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Just 360 views from the top. You can see right the way down as far as Ballybofey from where I came this morning, way up over into the Bluestacks, north towards Errigal even. You can see Errigal poking up through the far hills with the sun shining on top of it. So definitely more than recommended little walk. So really pleased I left the house today and came out and did this. So going to enjoy the descent now. It should be a good bit easier than what it was coming up. I'll stop somewhere down near the bottom, make myself a cup of tea and have a sandwich as well. I've brought my stove and gas canister with me today to do that. So I'll show you some of the descent, show you some of the views on the way down, and then we'll stop for tea. was a nice bit of lunch. Didn't expect to find this little pine forest. Well, I knew there was a bit of plantation forestry here, but I didn't think it would be as nice and as peaceful as this. So it was absolutely lovely just to stop here on the way back down just before I meet the main track again, and get the gas stove set up, make a cup of tea, and sit and enjoy it, and just listen to listen to the silence really. Can hear a little bit of wind now up on the edge of the hills and the very very tops of the trees, but it's been, well, apart from Rosie whining and complaining, it's been absolutely silent sitting here. It's been really really peaceful. Um, didn't think my head needed cleared, but it cleared the head anyway. Next bit now is just to follow the forest track, or the farm track, back to where I've parked the car again. It'll take about 15 minutes, maybe a wee bit less, so I'm just going to dander along, take my time. But it's a nice finish to a nice walk. I've really, really enjoyed today. Really glad it came out, as I said earlier. Would love to sit here for hours longer, but things to do, time to get home. So listen, if you've come this far with me on the journey, thank you very much for sticking it out. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. It's always nice to get those on videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.